What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mikey Prince, aka Killer Game, and welcome to another episode of Hoop Nerds. And today I'm talking about these Los Angeles Lakers because, as you already know, this offseason they did one of the biggest signings, which was they got LeBron James. They were able to get LeBron James to leave the East and finally move to the West, a move that I've been wanting to happen. I said earlier in last season that he should go to the West because he already did everything he needs to prove in the East, and he should go to the West and try to win a ring and truly be just the great player that everybody says he is or argues that he is, or whatever the case may be. But he is on the Los Angeles Lakers now. They did sign him. They locked him up for 4 years, so he's definitely going to be there for a while, most likely for the rest of his career. And now the question becomes, how far can the Lakers go? Now this season it is going to be a very tough season because he's going to be surrounded by all new players, and as we've seen from previous seasons with LeBron James, having all new players doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to struggle or anything. So we are expecting big things from this team. He is surrounded by a bunch of young players that was on his team previously, such as like Alonzo Ball and a Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart. But they did sign a lot of good veterans, such as like Rondo, Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee, Michael Beasley. They brought back Pope. So, I mean, they do have a very solid team. They do have an interesting team, but they do have a good team. What I mean by interesting, I mean they don't really have the shooters that we're used to seeing LeBron James have in previous years. They do have a lot of good ball handlers, a lot of good passers that's on this team. When you look at guys like Rondo, who you know is one of the best passers to ever play the game, they put him with a guy like Lance Stevenson, who you know all the rivalry fun matchups between him and LeBron, now they're teammates. So he doesn't necessarily have the shooters around him that we're used to, but that's also in part of, there was rumors that LeBron James has said that he doesn't want to be as ball dominant as he used to be. He wants to be the guy that could spot up and shoot, that could cut to the basket. He doesn't want to be the guy that makes everybody else looks good. He wants someone to make him look good, and you have that with Rondo and even Alonzo Ball, who is a good passer and who is looked at as to be the face of the Lakers for a few years to come from now. So how far can these Lakers go? Now, fortunately, this season, in my opinion, is going to be super tough. When you look at the Warriors are still the favorites of the West. They're still the favorites to win the NBA championship, especially since they got better adding DeMarcus Cousins. And yes, DeMarcus Cousins is coming off the Achilles injury, but if he could come back and at least be half of the player that he was, then that makes the Warriors just that much greater. So it is going to be a big hole to fill with the Lakers on if they could really match up and beat the Warriors. And I do think that the Lakers are a top 3 team in the West going forward for this season. I do think the Lakers can definitely make it to the Western Conference Finals to face the Warriors, but I don't think they have what it takes yet to beat the Warriors, just because the chemistry of it isn't there. Yes, LeBron James is still one of the best players in the NBA, but you still need some type of chemistry going on. We'll see how that progresses throughout the whole season, but I just think that it kind of reminds me of the 2011 Miami Heat when they brought in all these great players. They were favorites to win. They lost to the Dallas Mavericks because when it came time to the finals, they just didn't really have that togetherness of, you know, that's who teams was it or whatever it was. I think the Lakers could run into that problem going into the Western Conference Finals against a team like the Warriors, who's been together for so long. But I do think this Lakers team with LeBron James will definitely make the finals, probably in the next 2 seasons. I think the Lakers can definitely make the finals, especially since the Warriors will have huge holes to fill in terms of when Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, players like that become free agents and they can't give everybody a max contract. So eventually that team will fall apart. And when it does, I do think the Lakers will have a great shot of making it to the NBA Finals. So that's just my opinion. I don't think they could do it this year, but I do think they could go to the NBA Finals in the next few seasons. But let me know what you guys think. How far do you think this Lakers could go? What do you think about this year's Lakers team? What do you see for the Lakers? Do you think they can make it to the NBA Finals? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. And as always, if you're new to the channel, you like what I do here, this is called Hoop Nerds, where all we do is talk nothing but basketball. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, be part of this Hoop Nerd family. And as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Nothing but love. Later.